This satellite map of Grand Theft Auto 6 shows how absolutely massive the world is going to be, and just how insanely detailed the state of Leonida is going to be as well. We'll be talking about all of that in this video today, and a whole lot more. So this was posted on the GTA 6 subreddit by user randomamy7, and essentially what they've done here is they've created a satellite map of Grand Theft Auto 6 based on what we know so far from the Vice City and Leonida State mapping project, which is a community-based mapping effort that is, I would say, giving us the most realistic look at what the map of GTA 6 is going to be like. So let's go ahead and dive into it right now, because it really is incredible. And you can see here that there's a handful of areas that have been confirmed, obviously like Vice City and Hamlet, as well as Port Gellhorn from the leaks. But there's also a handful of other areas that are just pure speculation, like, for example, Belleville, Lake Leonida from the leaks. I guess you can't consider that speculation, but it's not official since Rockstar has not shown it off in any in-game footage. And we can also see the Florida Keys area turn into a place called Sundown, which is kind of cool. That's going to be, I think, one of my most favorite areas to explore, just because I feel like Rockstar could pack so many different secrets, Easter eggs, and mysteries in there. And you can also see that this map obviously has the state of Florida as Leonida, but it also borders the state to the north, which would be Georgia. And in this case, they have it as Jorisa. Now, I don't know if Rockstar is going to have any of the surrounding states or islands to real-life Florida. In this game, fictional Leonida, there's two states that directly border Florida to the north and to the northwest. That would be Alabama and Georgia. And it's also really close to another state, South Carolina. And if we quickly take a look at this Grand Theft Auto states map, this is created by a user Leonida Dude, you can see that the two states above Leonida are not a part of either the Red Dead Redemption states universe or the Grand Theft Auto states universe, and it isn't part of the other games or even unconfirmed. You can see San Andreas, you can see North Yankton, now we've got Leonida, Liberty, obviously all the states in the red, like New Austin, Lemoyne, New Hanover, Ambarino, that's going to be in the Red Dead Redemption era. So are we going to see those states of Georgia, Alabama, and possibly even South Carolina and Mississippi filled in? So Rockstar does have the ability to add some bordering states here, and they also have the ability to add a ton of other islands as well. You can see a few of them right here, but will they introduce any other islands in the Caribbean or whatnot? I guess only time will tell. But again, more speculative areas like La Pearl, SSA Space Center, Oakhead, Patriarcha, which is a city in the northwest. And it'll also be interesting what they do with the entire shape of the map as well. Are they going to shape it like Florida? Is it going to be surrounded by water? Is it going to have land on one side, like where it borders Georgia and Alabama, where it just isn't an infinite ocean, kind of like Red Dead Redemption 2 with Mexico, and sort of to the north where we all sort of, hey, speculated that that's Canada. And like I mentioned earlier, in case you guys are wondering what this map is based on, here is the overlay of the latest Vice City and Leonida State mapping project that sort of shows you that this is indeed sort of a one-for-one satellite map representation of what the state of Leonida and Vice City and its surrounding areas is going to be like. It really is incredible. Now, a couple of comments from randomamy7, who ended up creating this map. One person was asking about the scale, and they ended up saying, for scale, Yorktown on this map is probably about the size of Los Santos. And if you think about that, Los Santos was obviously the biggest main city in GTA 5. In Grand Theft Auto 6, it doesn't even look like the second biggest city. Obviously, Vice City is massive. You have Port Gellhorn, which looks to be about the same size. So if Yorktown is the third biggest city in Grand Theft Auto 6, and that's the same size as Grand Theft Auto 5's Los Santos, can you imagine how massive and huge this game world is ultimately going to be? Now, some more follow-up. Someone was asking about why there are mountains in Central Florida. If you don't know anything about the geography of Florida, it is incredibly flat. In fact, a lot of parts of Florida are actually under sea level. But Random Amy does say that in one of the leaked clips, it does actually show a few mountains in that part of the map. Now, I don't know if those would be considered mountains or just big hills. I've even seen some speculation that they just are massive trash piles. That would ultimately make sense. But yes, Florida is relatively flat, but it doesn't mean it's 100% flat. And going back to what I was talking about earlier, how it might actually include parts of Georgia, I don't know how far it's going to go up. We actually do have some pretty significant mountains here in Georgia. Nothing like you would see like in the Rockies or, you know, some of those giant mountain ranges, but we do have mountain ranges. And that actually does, on a separate note, kind of get me excited that my home state and where I currently live might actually be featured in a Grand Theft Auto title. And it seems crazy to think about, but Georgia is actually one of the few states that hasn't been featured. I mean, going back to all the ones that have been in the Red Dead Redemption universe, of course the states that are represented in Grand Theft Auto, but even some other titles like Carcer and Bullworth from the Bully franchise, there's actually not that many states that haven't been featured, but believe it or not, Georgia is one of them that's been entirely left out, up until now, hopefully. So if this satellite map of GTA 6 is even roughly correct, I think what we're getting here is that this world is going to be absolutely massive. It looks like it's going to have lots of different biomes like the Keys, major cities, sort of smaller towns, lakes in the center of the map itself, possibly even some mountain ranges, a space center. I'm sure Rockstar is going to pack this world with so many cool things to explore and do, mysteries to solve and whatnot. And since we're on the subject of the map, where I kind of want to end today's video is just showing you guys some pretty cool fan art that I discovered. This is coming from a user Baragen in the GTA 6 Discord. So this is the Grand Theft Auto 6 map and kind of remade from the GTA 5 pause menu, but you can see this is probably what it will ultimately look like when the game gets here. And the map that you guys can see on the screen right now, that is roughly based on Vice City and the islands that connect it to the mainland, like the Venetian Islands and whatnot. So I thought that that was extremely cool. Again, the menu will probably look a little bit different, but you get the idea. That's roughly the Vice City map right there, and how it'll kind of be when we finally get GTA 6 on our PlayStation 5 and our Xbox Series X and S. But anyways, that's all the information that I've got for you guys in this video today. Hopefully you did enjoy, and let me know in those comments down below. What do you think of this satellite map of GTA 6? Do you think what we're seeing today is going to look roughly like the overall map when the game does finally arrive? And I've also been curious about this. If anyone's watching this video and you guys are from Florida or you've lived in Florida, let me know in those comments down below. Is the map sort of shaping up like the state you live in, or is it, you know, nothing like it at all? Let me know what you think in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video though, a like rating would of course be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you want to stay up to date on all the GTA 6 videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.